Sorry everyone. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I was just using the lavatory there for a moment. So yeah, welcome back to Survival Roleplay, and we are in September now, and yeah, we've been pretty busy to be honest actually. For a while we've been busy chopping up some more wood and that, and sending it over to the sawmill. Now see what some big healthy spruce logs here, like this one here, 3.4 tons, wow. But yeah, money's gone down quite a bit, and that is because we have borrowed some equipment for today. Because apparently at the shop there is something that we could redo with, apparently. Obviously, we've been struggling to go back and forth with the pickup now with all the logs, so apparently we have been provided a trailer. Obviously, we can borrow it for a day, so that's why we're starting now. And yeah, so apparently this is going to be really helpful for us. So yeah, let's go head to the shop and then we'll see what all the fuss is about. So here we are, and oh, what's this here? A log trailer by the looks of it. Oh, interesting. So we can carry our long logs and that. We may struggle with those smaller, more chunkier ones, but also I'm going to speak to Doris because at the sawmill there are some planks that needs to be sold, and usually they'll just do it themselves and we get a small payout, but I'm thinking if we can borrow some equipment, perhaps we can use that to transport the planks and sell ourselves and keep most of the profit. So I did notice while I was coming to the shop yesterday that they had some delivery coming in. And they've got some handy shop tools here that we've been told we can borrow if we ever need to. So yeah, we've got a little forklift here, and apparently over here there's a wheel loader. Oh no, it's a telehandler. So perhaps, I've got an idea, perhaps we can borrow this. See if we can borrow it for nothing, but if you have to pay a bit of money then that's fine. Even if it's just like fuel and running costs, that I do not mind. So let's go say hello to Doris. Hello Doris, how are you doing today? Yeah, I'm doing good here, you're looking ravishing as always. And I did notice you got some telehandler and a forklift there, and I was wondering if I could borrow it to, just for the day, just for a couple of hours, and do some work on it. And what I'll do is, I'll pay the fuel, I'll pay the running cost, if it needs repairing fuel, I'll pay for it. Yeah, it's not an issue. No worries, thanks Doris. I'll see you later. And Doris is a nice sweet lady she is, so yeah. So you've got some planks, and so yeah, we've got 6,000 litres of planks that needs to be sold. And yeah, busy doing a bit of lumbering also yesterday, so we do have some lumber already at the sawmill. Will this hook up? Oh no, it will not. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. I thought this would have hooked up fine. Perhaps see if we can get it exchanged for something else. Perhaps actually. We were told we can borrow this, so what if you hop into here? Careful not to damage the shop in the process. But yeah, if we can borrow it and this hooks up, then perhaps we don't need to exchange it. So otherwise it would be a bit of a waste, because we have already paid for this under the impression it would fit our pickup. Well yes, this will hook up. This does have, was it a pallet fork here? It has a pallet fork already, so perhaps we can use this instead to transport some logs. Interesting. That's what we'll do. We'll take this over to the sawmill, and then we'll take the pickup over and we'll get it loaded up with some planks to sell. Yeah, there's a couple of pallets out already, so hop into the pickup here. And then what we could do is load up the planks and sell them here. The beats, rather than paying a distribution cost off Derek or someone else to come in and sell, might as well sell ourselves. I don't think Derek sells, I think he gets someone comes in and do it, so if we're selling them ourselves, then we keep more of the profit then. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll drop the deck down. And yeah, we'll simply start getting those up, so hopefully this will help us cover our running costs out, because we are running low on cash. Also, should we check our tablet here? Is there anything decent in the used dealership? No. I think I really do get a tractor of some sort. At some point at least, just start farming that, so rather than having to do logging all the time, because I just don't want to take all the trees down. I think what we'll do at some point down the line is we will sort of subsidise that by getting a tree planter ourselves and plant some more trees down. At least then with the work that we do can make it sustainable. So yeah, get that looted up. Not sure if lengthways or widthways is the best. We will try this way first of all. There we go. We'll drop you off. So turn the engine off so you don't burning more valuable diesel. Because diesel is very expensive, or at least the running of the equipment is very expensive, I've noticed. Perhaps just down to the engines and that, perhaps it's not as fuel efficient as I thought. So yeah, go and pick you up. But yeah, if we can make some decent amount of money from this, then why can't we not make some money and get some equipment? Because I have looked at some stuff in that, and if we go to like tractors and that in the shop tab here, that's when you can get some very cheap low horsepower tractors. Got a few others, and I think there's something, I can't remember which category it's under, but there is a good tractor for about, I'm not sure if it's 45 or 16 grand. Yeah, this one here, the Deutz D16006, 45 grand, so we can get enough money to buy that if it comes up ideally used. I think buying equipment new is parts out of our window here. Just down to how everything's been run at, and obviously we're in a tight economy. Prices aren't that great as they should be, but I am not complaining, so yeah, we'll go and load it up. I think we'll do 4 then sell these. There we go. I think 4 might be them, yes, his front wheel's starting to lift up, so turn the engine off so you're burning more valuable fuel. Get you strapped down. Put the back of the bed up. So he's struggling for traction a little bit, but it seems to have to get up and go. So yeah, it's just up here, so it's by the containers, so just simply drop them off there thinking. Oh, it is a bit tippy a little bit. There we go. Get to the right here, and simply you just go to here and drop it off. And there we go. So yeah, we've made our first money, folks. We earned our first 5,000 euros. Obviously we've got a long way to go to pay everything off. Got 100 grand, a loan debt, and yeah, a lot of things as well, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much money we can get this in the long run. Something is, if you look at the apparent price forecast, or the fluctuations, whatever it is, if we go to here, go to supply. Best time to sell them is around July, August time. We're in September. Prices are okay at 12.48, But if they're even better than that, then perhaps if we say wait a year, we have a tough time surviving the year, or I do personally think, but if we're able to survive in that, then perhaps what we could do is just sell them all then in July when it's at an optimal price. I think what we need to do, earn a few grand at least, just to cover our expenses over the winter now. Things like, some things like simple like a Christmas tree. Obviously there's plenty of trees to choose from, but of course we need decorations and that. And getting them imported in, perhaps it's not going to be very cheap and that, so... yeah, so we'll continue on here. And yeah, we'll just go from there I think. So I think we will make some serious bank from this. It's not damage to pick up. So, alright then, rain is starting to chuck it down here. And we've got some more planks loaded up. Just waiting for Derek to process them. Don't know why I have tendency to look left and right again. Because it ain't like there being other locals around. It's only just me, Derek, and Doris here. Let's see what this load is. So I'm just going to be very careful with this. That's what I want is to tip it and have to pay a recovery fee. Let's tip in. So there we go. We'll sell these planks and hopefully we can get a decent amount of cash. £14 we're on now, that's good. So that's 13.8 we've earned today. So let's go head back to the farm. And then we'll go from there, get some more timber loaded up. So we check, see what the demand is at the sawmill at the moment. They still have quite a bit of space. Ooh, careful. They still have some demand for timber. They're at maximum capacity, or Derek's at their maximum capacity, so I think if we just keep on supplying Derek with some timber, I'm sure he can make some money with whatever else. But yeah, so we've got the tray over here, we've got the telehandler over here. And yeah, so we've just got to keep an eye on that time because it is almost 4 o'clock now. We've pretty much, I won't say wasted a day, but we could have done other stuff today, so I think what we'll do is simply get this parked up over here, drop the back of the bed down. Obviously I'm not going to use this to lift up this because obviously we don't have the appropriate tool. It's not something we could ask if it can get in, but I think that is perhaps a bit too much of an ask because just the fact we're borrowing time to pay fuel and run costs. Something like this brand new, the New Holland TK 7.42 at least, that's probably at least 100 grand at least, so I'm not going to ask too much. So if we cut see there, so we get away from cutting some longer logs. Now if we say put you there, yeah, potentially we can carry a buckload of logs here, so remove that, yes we can. But yeah, whatever it is, definitely getting down. Actually, just make sure we've got our appropriate rain gear on, I think. Should go to our water here. Up over the fence, yeah, because I don't want to get my clothes wet. Oh, cold. So yeah, we'll go to our wardrobe here. Do we have any good jackets about? Perhaps we'll put some overalls on. Perhaps. You know what, I think something like that, some work overalls, that will do us for now. Perhaps we should put something, keep our heads protected. There we go, that'll do. Okay, let's get back to work. Quicker we get this done, quicker we get back into the room and put that electric heater on. But man, this is some really tough, arduous work. This is. So cut you, so there, see if that should be fine. Everything's on at the moment, not an issue, so I think what we can try to do is careful these and stack them appropriately. Big ends at the bottom, small ends here, then next one big, small, and so on and so forth. Let's see if I remember that. So chop this little knobby bit here down. You can go into the back of the pickup. But yeah, little knobby bits like that, perhaps we'll chuck into the back of the pickup, and the rest we'll just carry on here. As we're going along. Man, that thunder. I really hope they're getting lightning, because one thing I'm worried about is what happens if our farm catches fire? It's not like there is a fire brigade anywhere nearby. Perhaps there's someone in the local county area, but certainly not in this region of area of no man's land. But who knows, if we become successful, if we show not only ourselves, we show the world that farming can be done here on this. It's not a barren wasteland, it's just nature being left untouched. Then we come along in and sort of rate it a bit. But if we can prove to people that say yes, you can farm here, despite the conditions and that, then perhaps we can attract some local businesses, some residents perhaps, but that's going to be quite far down the road, I think. And with this, we can also just cut the knobby bit at the end off. There we go. So how's that looking? There we go, that's good. Knobby bit. Forward. Oh. Technically, I got into the pickup, even though it's on the pickup rather than in the pickup. Plain chuck the wood. How far could wood chuck wood? The answer is that far. So I'll say, so I've got to be careful because the bigger we go up, and the heavier it's going to be. Some proper dents off this is. That's the thing I'm saying, like, we need to, at some point, start thinking about planting some more trees down. So obviously, if we just kept on going like this, then this is not going to be sustainable. And we're still a bit away from getting some equipment in, that's the thing as well. If I use these as like a ruler, then perhaps I can get perfect cuts all the time. Yeah, I've still got another 8 meters this to go. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to keep on chuck wood and chopping away and all that good stuff, and I'll see folks perhaps a bit later on, sometime in the evening perhaps, because we've got this tree, we've got that tree to cut down, and is that as big as this? Yeah, price 4 tons. Man, trying to lift that up. To do it with the tape handler, but I don't want to wreck it, because if we burst a pipe, a hose, or cause a puncture or damage the engine, then that's going to be a very expensive bill for us, so I'm not going to tempt fate. So I'm going to keep cracking on, and hopefully rain stops very soon, because this is, yeah, not good weather of doing a bit of vlogging, but we need to, so grim and bear it, suck it up, and then from there. Alrighty then, we have been busy, and I think we've just got one more log to put on, and that is it. So this is from the 2 big trees and a small tree, well, what's this, small tree, a normal sized tree that we cut down over there, and oops, hopefully that's struck down. Just make sure everything's all secure. Oops. It's cool and real. What's happened? Don't have a puncher. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is simply take this, or at least attempt to. And it's pulling fine. That's good. Perhaps this hat has got some nice chunky tyres on it. You do want to be careful of it tipping. Because if that tips, then I do not know what I'm going to do. Before if we tip to pick up, then perhaps in hindsight we could have used this if we tip it tonight, but yeah, not too sure about this. Okay, rain has stopped, that's a good sign. And it's getting dark. It does lose a lot of light very quickly, so let's put some lights on. Oh yeah, that means we're going to have to walk down, ain't we? We'll have to walk all the way back down to get the pickup. Oh, it'll be worth it. But yeah, it's interesting to see how much volume we supply. Yes, we've got a lot of weight. We got like in total like nearly 10 tons of timber here. So well, those two big trees were like 3.9 tons or so each, so that's 8. And the other one's about 1.6. So I'd say 9.5, 9.4 tons. So that's a lot of timber to supply. But I guess the number is very dense, so perhaps 9.4 tons doesn't sound as big as you would may thought. Certainly for this grain that'd be a lot of grain, but perhaps not timber wise. But who knows? So, but hopefully we can get some money from this at some point, hopefully towards into the new year and that. And then yeah, perhaps, yeah, we'll have to go from there. Oh, no, don't tip now. Do not tip at the last movement, please. There we go. Turn lights off, save the battery. And we'll jog our way down back to the farm, get the pickup, and then we'll bring that up to the shop. Or the sawmill, should I say, not shop. Well, it's sort of shop, potato. So, here we are, and let's go see how much timber we will be giving them. So if we check our tablet here, so let's look at the demand. 80,000 litres they've got at the moment. After all of that, there we go. So they were on 80,000 litres, now they're on 36, so we've doubled what they currently are producing in terms of planks and that. So yeah, that's not too bad of a day. So let's go and return this to the store and repair it. We'll send back to the trailer, and technically the trailer needs to repair it, so I think I'll be a bit cheeky, a bit cheap in that. Yeah, I won't give them any. I won't repair the trailer. Of course I'll repair the New Holland in that, so that's what I said. That is part of the deal. I mean with Doris and that. But yeah, I haven't seen much of Derek today. I think he's just been busy working away. Especially next couple of months leading up to Christmas and that, so we'll go ahead and repair this because we're nice in that. Let's just top up with fuel first. So that's €8 in fuel, so not a lot. Hello Doris, I'm back. Just dropping this off. So, go and so. Wait a minute, do I have to repaint this? I don't think I have to. All it says was to repair it, and yeah, because obviously we don't have the facilities to paint it, so that's going to be down to either Doris or someone else to repaint this. But yeah, it doesn't need repainting, it's fine. Barely a chip in the paintwork. But anywho, I'll put you back. Just be careful not to hit anything. There we go. I think we are catching something. I'm sure that all these diesel fumes are very helpful for everyone in here. There we go, that'll do. So yeah, that's that. Well, apparently there are some tools here that we can use. Always got tools back at the farm now. Oh, doors is gone out. Oof. Pretty much I should shut shop then, because doors is gone out. Is there a key for this door? Don't know why the doors left the doors open. Sure, this is a safe area now, but if I was there, I'll leave it shut. But let's put our flashlight on, and we'll walk back to the pickup in that. But yeah, that was a productive day, so we made a bit of cash in that. And perhaps what we may do is do it again at some point. I think we'll keep on the prices, try to keep it above 1100, 1000 I think. If we can do that, then I think we can make some money. And yeah, I'm just waiting for have some equipment pop up in the used dealership, because there are some nice options at the moment. Yeah, we do have a mower setup, which we could get a little size car with a couple of tires in it for a couple of grand. So get some used tires in. But how much is a mower going to cost us? So to go to the mowers, we're looking at 12 grand for. But again, we need a tractor as well to propel that. Is there anything else here? 15 grand. Let's say if we get that, so that's going to be what? 40 horsepower requirement, so you need something to pick it up, so either a front loader or. Yeah, so I think if we have a look at, what was it, forage wagon, I think they call it? The forage wagons, yeah, really, it's talking about 30 grand plus. And even the small tractors, these ones don't have to power, so we're looking. I would get something like electric, then of course there's the running cost of electric vehicle. 39 grand for Landini. Even that's 39 grand. I think if we get something like this, get the Deutz-Fahr, that's 160 horsepower. That is a good starting tractor for us, I think. Not too big, not too small. Yeah, nice little detail there. I think we can do is get a cab option, especially if we're working in some treacherous weather conditions. But then also we need something, a front loader, don't we, as well? Just looking at some like skid steers now. Perhaps we could get an Avanti. Does that have any tools with it? So we've got a bell hander. So we've got buckets and that, so we can use this to pick up silage and that. Well, wait a minute, that does have a cutter bar. Lawnmower. What's the difference in there? 1.2, 1.6 meters. It mows and collects grass, good for low areas or heavy terrain. And that picks it up as well. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. So, oh, we do have a front cultivator as well. Work forward, work backwards. So let's actually just do the math up here. Let's say if we want cutter bar plus that is 3800 plus that. Let's just say 4800 for the sake of things. Plus, also we'll need. Actually, no, we don't need a bucket. Do we? 4800. Let's say if we do 4800 plus that, that's 68. That's 6500 there. Plus that, that is 20. Just say 23 grand for the sake of things and that. Yeah, I'm gonna get something a bit more powerful than that, but actually without having enough horsepower, it's 25 horsepower though. You may struggle, but then also we need a seeder in that. So how much is a seeder cost us? Then there's a combine harvest as well. But if we look at seeders and that, 33 grand. This is very expensive. 16, 13 grand. What about planter? Is there anything cheap there? 15 grand for a planter now. Is there anything cheaper than that? 15 grand. Yeah, it's gonna be really expensive to start farming. Let's say if we get to, what about harvesters and that? How much is gonna harvester cost us? 75 grand. Oof. Yeah, 75 grand and upwards, so I think the best option for us would be to do silage, so I think perhaps if we sell some more plankton, perhaps in the spring we can start making some silage in that. But yeah, anyways, that will be it for me today. So I think next time I'll see you folks perhaps tomorrow night, or perhaps in November or December, depending on how busy the sawmill is. If you've got tons of planks that need to sell, or if anything interesting occurs, then perhaps we'll do something, but I think for the next couple of days I will just pretty much rest in my cabin, and I'll see you perhaps right about Christmas time perhaps, but yeah. But for now, I'll see you folks in the next one. See you soon. Bye for now.